In the autumn forecast, we said that September was going to be pretty settled, and then in October and November, we were in for more wet and windy weather. Well, I've got Simon in the studio with us today. Simon, the high pressure's settled and gave us a beautiful end to September. Is that going to last?
You're right, it did give us a gorgeous end to the month, didn't it? Lots of sunshine, warm temperatures as well, and above average temperatures. And it looks as if that's actually going to be around for a few days yet, but there are hints of a breakdown ahead. But don't run away just yet. It looks as if, yes, there'll be some rain around, but it's not going to be a complete washout.
So what would a normal October bring in terms of contrasting weather?
Well, to say October really is a month of contrast. So we go from high pressure being over us, bringing some glorious sunshine, which of course we've seen over the last few days, and also chilly nights, right the way through to wind and to rain from deep areas of low pressure as they move into the Atlantic. So we can really get a real spread of conditions as we go through the month.
So we've released the October outlook now. Have you spotted anything where we've got some particularly stormy weather?
I think as we go through the second half of the month, certainly it looks as if things are going to become wetter. Low pressure develops over the Atlantic. No real signs of a real westerly push as such. So I'm not seeing very deep areas of low pressure, but what we are seeing at the moment is the idea that those low pressure areas could be bringing in some rain off the Atlantic, particularly affecting western areas. Although out towards the east, actually there, it should be a little bit better.
Okay, we've talked a lot through this year about the jet stream, its impact on the UK weather. In October, is the jet stream driving our weather?
It will do eventually. I mean, by the middle of the month and towards the end of the month, it looks as if the jet stream develops over the Atlantic, blows in across the UK. But before that, the jet is split north and south of the country. So actually, we're kind of in a hole between the jet stream. And that means that the weather doesn't particularly move from west to east. It actually comes off the continent towards us, which is one of the reasons why we've had this sunshine and also this dry weather. But as the jet stream develops, moves in off the Atlantic, it drives the areas of low pressure in. That's what brings the wind and rain.
Okay, and we've also seen, obviously, half term at the end of the month. It's Halloween again. And last year, temperatures of 24 degrees we saw on Halloween. Any repeat performance?
I'll be a brave man to start predicting that now, wouldn't I? But I think by the end of the month, things do look more unsettled. So I think we'd have to go with nearer average temperatures. So perhaps 12 degrees across Scotland, 16 degrees across the south of the country. I think last year was probably a little bit of a one-off. But I don't think there's anything particularly to be scared of as Halloween approaches, at least weather-wise.
Well, thanks for coming in and talking to us about that, Simon. We'll keep you up to date at the Weather Network UK, and also you can follow us on Twitter and like our Facebook page for all the latest updates and the 14-day trend forecast.